Jim apparently is from upstate New York. What's up, Jim?
Hey, Anthony. Hey, you're my new favorite show, man. I'm not fucking off. You're really good.
I appreciate that.
I was a Stern guy back in the day, and can't stand him now.
It's so different, man, from the old days. I was what they called in the business a P1 listener. I wouldn't miss 1 second of Stern, and it's like a different person now, but, you know, he's what, 70-something?
He's fucking fit in with the elite Hollywood crowd.
Yeah, the Hollywood guys. Jimmy Kimmel, Robin. I was hanging out with Jimmy Kimmel. Hoo, Robin. Yeah.
It's tough following Nick DiPaolo. He's good. I actually did a little stand-up comedy about 20 years ago.
Oh, did you?
Well, you know, I started with some bringer shows down in the city, and then it costs you so much money to go down there just for like 15 minutes, and you got to convince people to go down there and watch you. You know, do
you have a yellowing headshot hanging in some club somewhere?
Well, I actually booked for a paid show on New Year's Eve, opening for D.L. Hughley on New Year's Eve at New York Comedy Club.
Was that before or after 9/11 New Year's Eve?
That was after 9/11. I was thinking about that. Like, is this the night they're going to blow up the Lincoln Tunnel?
You never know.
I never made it. I broke down with my tractor trailer. I needed the money. I had to work that day and never made it. I was calling the booker, and he never answered my phone calls again.
You're like a rom-com character. I drove a truck, but I was doing stand-up comedy. I met a great
I've
girl.
done a million things, man. I used to go to restaurants. I had a pizza place in Newark. I bought a farm upstate. What's that?
Look at you. What are you doing now? You sound motivated.
Trucking. I have a small farm upstate New York. I buy and sell equipment. I have a small diner I bought up here that's closed.
Look at you. You'd never stopped. You're a motivated guy. I like hearing that.
You know what it is, man? I lost everything back in the 90s. You know, I had a business that went under, and I spent every dime I had. You know what I mean? And living the life, you know what I mean? And then it all went away. You know, and the only thing.
But you're a kind of guy that seems like you pulled yourself up by those proverbial bootstraps
and
got your ass in gear.
I learned the value of money, and I buy things cash. You know, and I private financing. I buy things cash. I'm always flip. I'm up at my shop right now. I go 7 days a week. Well, like I said, you literally are my favorite show now. You're funny,
love it, man. I appreciate
you're smart.
That.
You're edgy. You go to the edge and you pull back.
Thank you.
Would you ever take like a weekly gig if they offered to you during the week or no?
Yeah, it's been it's been discussed. I'll just say that. But what am I doing? I'm hanging out down here in South Carolina. I fly radio controlled planes. I play with my cat and my soon to have dog. Other than that, yeah, give me a show. I'll do it whenever they want me to do a show. I'll do a show. I love it.
I listen to your podcast. I'll listen to your show, and then I'll re-listen to it during the week on your podcast while I'm driving.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, and I said I'm not a suck up, man. But
that's
you're
great.
And
No, you seem like
I never knew you back in the day. I knew your show, Opie and Anthony. Except I was a Stern guy, you know, and I just happened by chance listen to your first show when it came on a few weeks ago, and I was like, "This is great." You know, I actually turned a few people onto it. I really appreciate that. That's a genuine compliment.
Very cool.
You talk about the illegal aliens and trucking, dude. They're destroying trucking. See, there's an unknown program that Biden and state installed called the non-domiciled CDL program. He fast-tracked refugees, and there's probably over 1 million refugees untracked, right? Fast-tracked that are driving tractor trailers now, like Somalians, Pakistanis.
Oh, my God. Now, if I'm not wrong here, Jim, and let me tell you, because I've kept tabs on this through the news, they are some of the worst drivers ever. They're involved in so many just regular, not even commercial, regular crashes. They're not insured. They don't have a license. This is terrible. I haven't heard about this yet.
I've had to back him in, dude. I had a Somalian guy from this one company. He's like 20 minutes. He's trying to back it in like a snake. I say, hey, man, stop turning the wheel. He goes, turn the wheel which way? This way, this way. I literally stood on the step and backed his truck in.
I'm the truck driver now.
Yeah, listen, you know what it is, man? It's killing trucking because they'll work for anything. You know, trucking goes up and down in cycles. You know, the rates go up. The rates came down, and they're never going back up because these guys ain't going nowhere. If you're living in a hut in Somalia and making $400 a year, now you're in an air-conditioned tractor trailer. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's the life.
Right. You go into the bathroom, and I'm home every day. But you go into a bathroom at a truck stop, they're in there washing their feet in the hand wash thing. You know, it literally looks like a third world. See, people don't know about this. They're unvetted, fast track refugees that are driving tractor trailer now.
I haven't heard this, Jim.
They've dumbed the job down so much. Automatic transmissions, GPS in any language. They just point them and go. You know, and it's a real problem in trucking.
Not like the old days where you'd hear, bah, bah,
dude, I'd be in Manhattan at 2 o'clock in the morning with a Cisco truck loaded to the roof for 15 stops going into the basement. You know, I come in through the Lincoln Tunnel. I go down to First Street. I make a left. I see all the transvestites, the drag queens all dressed up. I said, "It's my girls." Norton was probably there flirting with Jimmy.
Yeah, you probably saw Jimmy there. Jim, thanks so much, man. I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate what you do, man. You're a motivated guy. We need more guys like you, man. Thank you. Man, that's something. Yeah, every single aspect of this country has been screwed over by what this Biden-Harris administration did over the past 4 years. And, Obama, too. The first term of Trump was a speed bump. That was just a speed bump to try to slow down what was going on. But having the speed bump between Obama and Biden, or whoever, was the president, we don't even really know, it screwed everything up. They put so many illegals into this country. And even now with Trump in office, we can't even throw them out. They're losing their minds. And it has been so detrimental to this country. And they'll try to tell you immigrants are they're gold. Oh, diversity is our greatest strength. We need more people. That is such garbage. If you are qualified and you can help and make this country a better place, come on in. You are cordially invited to be a citizen of the United States. But you got to assimilate. You got to realize what makes us America and what type of morals and values we have, things we hold dear as a country. You can't be against that and just want a free ride. Then get out. No one's saying that everyone that comes into this country is bad. But the vast majority recently, over the past few years, over Obama and Biden administration, they're terrible. They've been terrible. This is a bad time for this country. And he's right. He's right. I've watched videos, dash cams of these trucks because the companies put cameras in them. They want to see how these guys from Somalia or Central America are doing. And you watch these videos and they're hazards, just complete hazards. They don't know what they're doing. They're giving them this giant weapon to wield on the highways. And it's terrible. Terrible.